So in this chapter of atomic structure, we have started with learning discovery of the fundamental particles. The fundamental particles are electrons, protons and neutrons. And उस context में आपको important parts ये जानना है important है. In the cathode ray experiment, what is the source of cathode rays? In the anode ray experiment, what is the source of the anode rays? उसके बाद what is the relation of E-band ratio in cathode rays? What is the relation of E-band ratio in case of anode rays? Relation मतलब if it is a constant or if it is a variable. Okay. तो उसके बाद हमने न्यूट्रॉन्स का डिस्कवरी के बारे में पढ़ा. You may remember the names of different scientists, and you can give the credit for the discovery of fundamental particles. But they may or may not be asked in the entrance exams. Usually वो पूछते नहीं है, but you need to remember किस particular fundamental particle को किसने discover किया है. Okay. उसके बाद हमने we have started with atomic models. Atomic models gives us idea about location of the fundamental particles inside the atom. First model is J.J. Thomson model. उसका वो जो model है fail हो चुका है because of which experiment? Alpha ray scattering experiment.
Alpha ray scattering.
Okay. With the help of alpha ray scattering experiment, हमने nucleus का discover किया, और else Rutherford ने discover किया. The credit for the discovery of nucleus goes to Rutherford. The entire mass contributing units and charge contributing units must be concentrated in a very small region. That region he called it as nucleus. And the volume ratio जो है, volume of the atom to the volume of the nucleus, it is 10⁻15. Okay. Radius ratio is 10⁵. The volume ratio is 10⁵15, or 10⁻−15. Okay. उसके बाद हमने एक statement ऐसा कुछ पढ़ा. The statement is the electrons must revolve around the nucleus just like the planets are revolving around the sun. For this particular statement, there are no observations. By comparing the model with the model of the planets, he said that the electrons must revolve around the nucleus just like the planets are revolving around sun. Agreed? Because of this particular statement, uska theory fail hua hai. The reason for failure of his theory is he couldn't explain the stability of atom. And how did he couldn't explain the stability of atom? That is based on Maxwell's theory of electromagnetic radiation. According to Maxwell, if you are having an accelerating charged particle, that has to lose energy in the form of electromagnetic radiation. If something is losing energy, its stability is continuously increasing. If its stability is increasing in the context of atom, the attractive forces must increase. In order to have an increase in attractive force, the distance between the nucleus and the electron must decrease. So if the distance continuously decreases, the electron must spiral into the nucleus and the atom must be destroyed. Okay? But हमको ये भी पता है ऐसा कुछ होता नहीं है. इसका मतलब there can be two things. One thing is Rutherford's model may be wrong, and the other thing is जो Maxwell ने जो भी theory, Maxwell का जो भी theory रहा, which is whenever you have an charged particle under acceleration, it will be losing electron continuously. That may or may not be applied to the context of atom. Right? ये दोनों हो सकता है. We will see which is wrong. दोनों भी गलत हो सकता है. ये भी possible है. दोनों भी गलत हो सकता है या एक सही है गलत हो सकता है. We will understand that in further theories. अभी के लिए हमको ये understand करना है what is meant by electromagnetic radiation. What is electromagnetic radiation? It is nothing but combination of two transverse waves. One transverse wave is because of electric field and the other transverse wave is because of magnetic field. And both the transverse waves are perpendicular to the direction of propagation of waves. Okay? We have defined amplitude, we have defined wavelength, we have defined frequency, we have defined wave number. Wavelength is nothing but the distance between two consecutive equivalent points. Equivalent points मतलब the points present at the same position with respect to the mean position, same distance from the mean position, and they are pointed out in the same direction. Okay, those are called as equivalent points. Yeah. Okay, those are called as equivalent points. We have defined frequency. Frequency is nothing but number of waves per unit time. we have defined time period. It is nothing but the time taken to complete one full oscillation. The relation between frequency and time period is nu is equals to 1 upon t. The units of nu is hertz. The relation between wave number and wavelength. Wave number is number of waves per unit length. So it is 1 upon lambda. Speed of the wave is nothing but distance traveled by the wave per unit time, which is lambda upon t. Or c is equals to nu lambda करके एक लिखा हमने. In case of electromagnetic waves, very important observation or very important factor is that speed of the wave is constant for different electromagnetic waves. Different electromagnetic waves can be identified by their frequencies or wavelengths, but the speed of them will be same. And the speed is equals to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Okay, c is equals to nu lambda. If c is constant, nu is inversely proportional to lambda. Matlab, whenever you are having an increase in frequency, there will be decrease in wavelength. We have also identified electromagnetic spectrum. Electromagnetic spectrum is nothing but band of electromagnetic radiations arranged in a specific order. The order we are taking is the increasing order of wavelength or decreasing value of frequency. So left to right, the wavelength increases and the frequency decreases. One of the standard question which you get is they will be giving you different rays and they will be asking you to arrange in the order of their increasing wavelengths or frequencies. Or they will be asking you which is having the highest wavelength or which is having the highest frequency. So you need to remember this particular order. Highest frequency radiation is cosmic rays, uske baad gamma rays, X-rays, UV rays. Then you have visible spectrum, which is sensitive to naked eye. Then you have infrared rays. Then you have microwaves, radio waves, and long radio waves. In the visible spectrum, also, we can further divide this into 7 different components. With your left to right, the wavelength increases and the frequency decreases. So the highest wavelength radiation is red and the lowest wavelength radiation is violet. The highest frequency radiation is violet and the lowest frequency radiation is red. Okay. From this electromagnetic spectrum, I can also associate different colors to different wavelengths. Can I say that? If you are having a color, it will be having a unique wavelength, or I can associate color to a wavelength. Okay?
Yes.
Different colors will be having different wavelengths. I hope this is clear. Okay?
Yes,
उसके बाद हमने छोटे questions किए थे using the basic formula application is C is equals to nu lambda. Okay? आपको इतना ही याद रखना है, C equals to nu lambda. Based on that, you need to do these questions. I hope आप लोग ने solve कर लिए होंगे. In this case, they're asking us to find the frequency of violet light. For the frequency of violet light, हमको क्या चाहिए? C is equals to nu lambda or nu is equals to C upon lambda. So this is nothing but C upon lambda of violet.
Yes. Yes, sir.
What is the lambda of violet given? So 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. What is meant by 1 nanometer?
10 raised to minus 9 meter.
9.
बस 10 raised to minus 9 meter. Meter cancel हो जाएगा. You can write this as 3 into 10 raised to minus 9 और ये
17
कैंसिल हो जाएगा.
Yes.
यहाँ पे ये जो 2 zeros है यहाँ पे कैंसिल होकर 10 raised to minus 7 हो जाएगा. Agreed? 10 raised to minus 7 ऊपर गया तो 10 raised to plus 7 होगा. 10 raised to 8 into 10 raised to 7. What is the answer? 10 raised to 15 होगा.
15.
So I can write this as 3 by 4 into 10 raised to 15 hertz, which is equals to 0.75 into 10 power 15 hertz. Agreed?
Yes.
Okay. What will be the frequency of red light? It is C upon lambda of red light, which is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 divided by 750 into 10 raised
15 to minus 9 meters.
Okay, which is going to be equal to 3/750 into 10 power 17, or I can write this as 3000 upon 750. Agreed? 3000 upon 750 into 10 power 14. Okay, this is exactly equal to 4, which is equal to 4 into 10 power 14 hertz. Okay. Or this is equals to 7.5 into 10 power 14 hertz. If I want to compare, ये भी 10 power 14 में है, ये भी 10 power 14 में है. This is greater when compared to this. Frequency of violet आपको ज़्यादा आना भी चाहिए. It is greater when compared to violet. Agreed?
सर मैंने 75 और 40 लिखा into 10⁻13.
ये लिख सकते हो, कोई बात नहीं. It's fine. Okay?
Yes sir.
Or you can write that as 750 into, वो वैसे भी लिख सकते हो. It all depends on the options. Options में कैसे दिया है देखना, उसके हिसाब से कर लेना.
Yes.
Okay. I hope this is also done. What are the answers you got? Wave number, and you need to find frequency. Answers?
वेव नंबर का 172 into 10⁻6 आया.
10⁻6 units, please.
Upon meter.
Upon meter, meter inverse. Okay. And then frequency?
Frequency 5172 into 10⁻11 hertz.
Okay. Everyone, please do the questions. Class के बाद आप वो जो notes भेजता हूँ, notes देख के please immediately solve the questions. इतना ही करो, काफी है. If you are giving your 100% in the class and immediately after the class, that's sufficient to get into or to get good marks. If you are doing more and more after the lecture, you will be getting into very good college. Yes. Okay. During the lecture, please give your 100%. Wave number nu bar क्या होगा? Nu bar is equals to 1 upon lambda, which is equals to 1 upon lambda is 5,800 angstroms. Angstrom is 10⁻⁻10 meters,
Yes.
which is equal to 10 power 10 upon 5,800 meter inverse. I can write this as 10,000 divided by 5,800 into 10 power 6 meter inverse.
Yes.
0, 0, 0, 0. It is 100 upon 58, which is 1 point something. कितना आया अर्नव?
172 आया मैं.
1.72. 1.72 into 10 power 6 meter inverse. This is wave number. What will be frequency? Again, same. उसके जैसा ही करना है. Frequency will be equal to, एक ही है फॉर्मूला, अब तक हमने इतना ही पढ़ा. C is equals to nu lambda. C will always be equal to 3 into 10 power 8, provided it is an electromagnetic radiation. 5,800 into 10⁻⁻10 meters, which is equal to 10 power 18 हो जाएगा. So I can write this as 30,000 into 10 power 14 divided by 5,800. Agreed?
Yes.
0, 0, 0, 0. So it is 300 upon 58. What is 300 upon 58?
5.16.
5.16. So it is 5.16 into 10 power 14 hertz. Good.
सर राउंड ऑफ 5.17 होता है.
Okay, fine. 5.16 या 5.17 चलेगा. Okay, is this clear? Basic questions.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Next important concept. Now we need to understand, can we apply Maxwell's theory in the context of atom or not? Okay, ये हमको समझना है. आप लोग में किसी ने भी एनसीईआरटी टेक्स्ट बुक में फर्दर पढ़ा क्या? हाँ प्रदेश, किसने भी पढ़ा? ठीक है, let us try to understand that. Everyone, please put your video on. ये जो मैक्सवेल्स electromagnetic theory जो भी है, it should not be applied to the atom. And in order to disprove this, or in order to show the inapplicability of Maxwell's theory, what we are trying to do? We are trying to show inapplicability of Maxwell's theory. With the help of two experiments, we can disprove Maxwell's theory. One is black body radiation experiment. Both the experiments are very interesting. And the other is photoelectric effect experiment. Photoelectric effect. These two experiments shows the inapplicability of Maxwell's theory to the atom. We'll try to understand one by one. First, we will understand black body radiation experiment. Can anyone tell me the statement of Maxwell's theory? What is the statement of Maxwell's theory? Anyone? Anyone? Any heated object or an accelerating charged particle loses energy continuously in the form of electromagnetic radiation. उसके साथ साथ उसने और एक पार्ट बताया है, whenever something loses energy continuously, only the intensity of the radiation must be changed, but not its wavelength or frequency. ऐसा कुछ हमने मार्क किया है. If you remember, यहाँ पे हमने कुछ मार्क किया है. Yeah. Accelerating charged particle loses energy continuously. What is meant by continuous? Only the intensity of the emitted radiation is changed, but not the wavelength or frequency. उसका wavelength या frequency change नहीं होगा. Whenever you have an electron, whenever you are having any charge accelerated in some particular field, I'm not taking the electron or the charge inside the atom. I'm isolating the electron or the charge. It is not present inside the atom. Whenever that particular charge is accelerated, according to Maxwell, that will be losing energy continuously. And whenever it does so, only the intensity of the radiation will be changed, but not wavelength or frequency. Intensity मतलब उसका amplitude ही change होता जाएगा, but उसका wavelength frequency change नहीं होगा. Okay. Let us see a small experiment to disprove that. If you take black body radiation experiment, first of all, we need to understand what is meant by black body. एक black body जो है, it is an ideal absorber and ideal emitter of radiation. मतलब क्या है? Whenever you are supplying radiation or whenever you are supplying energy to the black body, it will be absorbing entire of the energy. There will be no losses. Okay. उसके साथ साथ क्या करेगा? It will also emit out that particular energy. जो उसने absorb किया है, it will also emit out that particular energy, the entire energy. Okay. So I can treat a black body as an ideal absorber and ideal emitter. Black body is an ideal absorber of radiation or absorber of energy, as well as an ideal emitter. In general, it is very difficult to achieve a black body. मतलब you won't be having an ideal absorber, मतलब जितना भी एनर्जी देता हूँ वो पूरा का पूरा absorb करके वो पूरा का पूरा एनर्जी it will emit out. You may not get this, but you can more or less form a black body. You can achieve a black body by taking an iron rod, and take that and coat that with black paint. Take an iron rod, coat that with black paint. That particular object can act as black body. अभी उसको क्या करना है? Place this iron rod inside furnace or start heating this iron rod. Everyone, please concentrate. Please put your video on. Everyone, please put your video on and please concentrate. Very important. क्या किया है हमें? We are trying to understand black body radiation experiment, and with the help of this experiment, we are trying to disprove Maxwell's electromagnetic radiation. We are trying to disprove Maxwell's electromagnetic radiation theory. Okay. What is a black body? A black body is one which is an ideal absorber as well as ideal emitter. Whatever energy you are providing to the black body, it will be absorbing the entire energy as well as it will be emitting out. If you take an iron rod and if you coat that with black paint, it can act as a black body. So अभी क्या करना है हमको? Take that iron rod and start heating it. If you are heating the iron rod, what is the visible change you can see? Anyone?
कलर चेंज होगा.
If you put the iron rod, place the iron rod inside the blast furnace or inside the furnace, you can clearly see the iron rod turning into red. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
What is meant by turning into red? Exactly क्या हो रहा है? देखो हो क्या रहा है? Now the iron rod is a heated object. If it is a heated object, it will be a source of electromagnetic radiation. Thermal radiations are also electromagnetic radiations. Okay. The electromagnetic radiations which are being emitted from the iron rod, more and more electromagnetic radiations are falling in that particular order, in the order of red wavelength. उसके अंदर से बहुत सारे wavelengths आ रहा होगा, but you are seeing that iron rod as red. इसका मतलब most of the emitted electromagnetic radiations are falling in that particular region. वो जो red color का region है ना, wavelength region है ना, उसमें fall कर रहे हैं. Hence you are perceiving that iron rod as red. If you continue to heat it, मतलब उसका temperature बढ़ाओ. Initially it got heated to a temperature T1. Continue to heat it. Now the temperature of the iron rod got increased to T2. You can see the intensity of the red color increases. मतलब वो जो red है डार्क रेड जैसे कन्वर्ट होगा. ओके. फर्दर हीट करो. फर्दर हीट करने से you will be seeing the color change in the iron rod. The red जो है it will be slightly converting into orange. Okay. Further heat karo, it will slightly convert into yellowish. If you continue to heat it, it may have change in color to blue. Bluish tinge आ सकता है इसके ऊपर. Okay. Before that, the iron rod may melt, but there can be a possibility, or you can see a change in color from yellow to blue. What is meant by iron rod having color orange? What is meant by iron rod having color orange? इसका मतलब क्या है?
मतलब ऑरेंज का वेवलेंथ वो मतलब ये कर.
It is emitting more and more radiations which are having orange wavelength. Okay. If you are perceiving the iron rod as yellow, इसका मतलब क्या है? It is now emitting more and more radiations having wavelength equal to yellow. Okay. If you are further heating it, if it is turning into blue, इसका मतलब it is now emitting more and more radiations in the order of blue color wavelength. Okay. According to Maxwell, whenever any object or whenever there is emission of radiation, उसने क्या कहा? Only the intensity has to be changed, but not the wavelength or frequency. उसका statement वही है ना?
हाँ.
If electron loses energy continuously, only the intensity of it must be changed, but not wavelength or frequency. But यहाँ पे आपको you can clearly see a change in color. Initially we have associated different colors to different wavelengths. यहाँ पे देखो different colors are having different wavelengths. So जो भी radiation emit हो रहा है उसमें उसके intensity के साथ साथ the color is also changing. Color change होने का मतलब क्या है? The wavelength is changing. Okay. But Maxwell ने क्या कहा? The wavelength या frequency should not be changed. Wavelength and frequency are related as C equals to nu lambda. So wavelength change हुआ तो obviously frequency भी change होगा. Agreed? Okay. So from this experiment, I can say, or I can clearly see a change in color, which is nothing but the change in emitted radiation or the change in wavelength of the emitted radiation. Okay. एक बार थोड़ा graphically understand करने के लिए कोशिश करते हैं everyone. If I try to plot a graph, I'm plotting a graph for the intensity of the emitted radiation versus wavelength. Okay. छोड़ते हैं इसको. देखो, I'm plotting the graph for the intensity of the emitted radiation with respect to wavelength. Okay. Ayush, please be on mute. You can see different radiations emitting out, but there is one particular radiation which is having maximum intensity. This particular radiation is having maximum intensity. Agreed? Okay. मान लेते हैं this is at temperature T1. As this is having maximum intensity, this particular wavelength will be visible to our naked eye. And मान लेते हैं initially at temperature T1, the wavelength is of red. Okay. Maxwell के हिसाब से क्या होना चाहिए? If I'm plotting the graph at temperature T2, Maxwell के हिसाब से आपको ऐसा कुछ होना चाहिए. Agreed? मतलब वो जो maximum intensity wavelength है, it should not change. This is according to Maxwell. But actual में क्या हो रहा है? ऐसा कुछ ग्राफ बनेगा. Actual में the intensity is increasing. The intensity is definitely increasing, but the maximum intensity wavelength, it is also shifting. Initially red आया तो अभी यहाँ पे मान लेते हैं yellow आया है. Okay, so there is a change in color. This is at temperature T1. Initial जो है that is at temperature T1. This is at temperature T2. Okay, at temperature T2 there is definitely an increase in the intensity of the emitted radiation. उसके साथ साथ the wavelength which is having the maximum intensity, it also got changed. Initially red has the maximum intensity, now yellow is having the maximum intensity. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
एक बार everyone, let us try to understand the graph again. If you are plotting the intensity of different radiations at temperature T1, there are different wavelengths that are being emitted. Okay, उन सबका intensities अलग-अलग है. There is only one particular intensity or one particular wavelength which is having the highest amount of intensity, and we will be perceiving that particular color. If I'm increasing the temperature to T2, according to Maxwell, only the intensity has to be increased. Intensity जो है वो तो बढ़ रहा है. Okay. उसके साथ साथ क्या हो रहा है? The maximum intensity wavelength is also shifting. Initially red आया है, यहाँ पे yellow आया है. Okay. So by the observation of change in color of the iron rod, I can clearly say the frequency or the wavelength of the emitted radiation is also changed along with intensity. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So यहाँ पे एक statement लिख लेते हैं. There is one more law. यहाँ पे और एक क्वेश्चन आपको आता है. ये जो lambda r, which is obtaining at temperature T1, will be equal to, इन दोनों का multiplication will be equal to lambda LO T2. This law is also called as Wien's displacement law. This is not part of chemistry. जो Wien's displacement law है, ये आप फिजिक्स में फिर से पढ़ेंगे. The radiation chapter, heat chapter में आप पढ़ेंगे. So यहाँ पे एक law है. The law is the maximum intensity wavelength multiplied by the temperature is constant. Lambda r T1 will be equal to lambda by T2 equals to some lambda blue into T3. Okay? Okay. ठीक है. यहाँ पे एक स्टेटमेंट लिख रहा हूं मैं. By the observation of change in color of the iron rod, we can conclude when there is loss of energy the wavelength or frequency of emitted radiation may also change along with intensity. Is this clear?
हाँ सर.
सर
Okay. Yeah, tell me.
सर वो ग्राफ इंक्रीज होके वापस डिक्रीज क्यों हो रहा है एट अ सर्टेन टेम्परेचर?
इसका मतलब ये है बहुत बड़ा वेवलेंथ जो रेडिएशन में आ रहा है वो भी कम है. The wavelengths which are having very less values, those are also less. बहुत छोटा वेवलेंथ का मतलब क्या है? They are going into the region of ultraviolet X-rays, उस रीजन है. ओके, या वायलेट कलर ये वाला रीजन हो सकता है. ओके, दिस इज जनरल ऑब्जर्वेशन. द ऑब्जर्वेशन इज for an iron rod, if you are heating it, the wavelengths in very larger regions are less than the wavelengths and the wavelengths in very lower regions are also less. Okay, clear है?
यस सर.
सर
Okay, यार
कल के एग्जाम के लिए कहाँ तक क्वेश्चन है?
कल के एग्जाम के लिए आपको ये थियरी आज जो भी पढ़ा रहा हूँ ना, थियरेटिकल क्वेश्चंस आएगा. I may not be solving questions now. जितना थियरी कर रहे हैं हम उसके ऊपर थियरेटिकल क्वेश्चंस रहेगा. ओके, tomorrow's exam will be relatively very easy. You will be having only theoretical questions and numericals में आपको एक ही फॉर्मूला अप्लाई करना है, C equal to nu lambda. बस इतना है. Okay, so you can score about 20 मतलब you can get about 20 questions right. Okay,
यस
सर
ठीक. ओके, बोलो.
ग्राफ एक बार फिर से एक्सप्लेन कीजिए.
ग्राफ में, यहाँ पे ग्राफ में मैं एक प्लॉट क्या किया, I am plotting intensity of the different electromagnetic radiations that are getting emitted out at some temperature with respect to wavelength. Whenever I am heating, केवल एक ही रेड कलर के रेडिएशन ही emit नहीं होता है. if you are seeing the color as red, केवल रेड का ही रेडिएशन नहीं एमिट होगा, रेड का वेवलेंथ जो है वो ज्यादा है. ओके, रेड कलर के वेव्स जो है वो ज्यादा है. You are having different radiations emitted in different intensities. Okay, intensity you can see, you can take that as number of waves also. Intensity of radiation can also be treated as number of waves. More is the intensity, more are the number of waves. ये भी बोल सकते हैं आप लोग. Okay, so यहाँ पे different radiations intensity plot किया मैंने. ये जो particular red है initial temperature T1. This red color is having the highest intensity. And यहाँ पे दूसरा ग्राफ में जो प्लॉट किया है ना, ये क्रॉस कर लेना. दिस इज नॉट द ग्राफ, दिस पर्टिकुलर ग्राफ इज नॉट obtained, दिस इज फॉल्स. ये जो है ये नहीं बनेगा. दैट इज एक्सपेक्टेड अकॉर्डिंग टू मैक्सवेल. दिस ग्राफ इज एक्सपेक्टेड अकॉर्डिंग टू मैक्सवेल. मतलब वो जो मैक्सिमम इंटेंसिटी वेवलेंथ है वो चेंज नहीं होना चाहिए. इनिशियली टेम्परेचर T1 पे भी रेड ही है, टेम्परेचर T2 पे भी रेड ही है, बट वी कैन क्लियरली सी ए चेंज इन कलर. टेम्परेचर T2 पे आपको रेड नहीं दिख रहा है, आपको येलो दिख रहा है. सो देयर इज अ शिफ्ट इन द मैक्सिमम इंटेंसिटी पॉइंट. ओके, क्लियर है अभी?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ओके, ये एक्सपेरिमेंट के अलावा देयर इज अनदर एक्सपेरिमेंट व्हिच इज very important. And for explaining the results of this experiment, Einstein received Nobel Prize. Okay, the experiment is photoelectric effect experiment. Let us try to understand what is meant by photoelectric effect first. Okay, chalo. Everyone try to understand this. I am taking a metal plate. What are the properties of a metal?
It can lose electrons.
It can lose electrons, or a metal is a good conductor of electricity which has loosely bound electrons, right? ये प्रॉपर्टी आपको सब लोग को पता होगा. मेटल इज वेरी गुड कंडक्टर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. इट इज अ गुड कंडक्टर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिकॉज इट इज हैविंग लूजली बाउंड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. लूजली बाउंड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स का मतलब क्या है? न्यूक्लियस का इफेक्ट जो है आउटरमोस्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन के ऊपर, इट विल बी रिलेटिवली लेस, और न्यूक्लियस अट्रैक्टिव फोर्स विद द आउटरमोस्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन विल इज रिलेटिवली लेस. As a result, the electrons can flow from one place to another place in the presence of an electric field. Okay. So on that particular metal, loosely bound मतलब इतना भी लूज नहीं होगा. मतलब if I am taking a metal, if I am ऐसा कुछ कर रहा हूँ, the electrons नीचे आके गिर जाएगा. Okay. ऐसा भी नहीं रहेगा. In order to remove the electrons, what you need to do? You need to supply energy. Okay. Because whenever you are supplying energy, the energy of the electron increases. Everyone understand this? There is an atom. You are having an electron in an orbit. If I want to remove the electron, I need to take the electron away from the nucleus. Agreed? In order to take the electron away from the nucleus, you need to increase its energy.
Yes.
Okay. If I am increasing the energy, its stability is decreased. Stability decrease का मतलब क्या है? उसका attractive forces decrease होना चाहिए. Attractive forces नहीं, repulsive forces यहाँ पे रहेगा ही नहीं, because nucleus is always positive and electron is always negative. Okay? What you can do is you can decrease the attractive forces. You can decrease the attractive forces by taking the electron away and away from the nucleus. Okay? So for that you need to impart energy. If there is sufficient amount of energy, then the electron will be coming out of the influence of the nucleus. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. तो अभी मैं कर क्या रहा हूँ? सॉरी, फिर से पूछना रिया.
एनर्जी कैसे इंक्रीज करते हैं?
एनर्जी कैसे इंक्रीज करते हैं. सो यहाँ पे आपको इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है. व्हाट यू आर डूइंग इज you are incidenting electromagnetic radiation. Okay, radiation is nothing but source of energy. I am increasing energy by incidenting electromagnetic radiation. In this case, ये ऐसा मान लेते हैं I am incidenting light. इसके ऊपर लाइट गिरा रहा हूँ. Okay, लाइट मतलब it can be of any wavelength. विबग्योर में कोई भी आप लेके incident that particular light on the electron. If the energy of this light is sufficient, the electron can be ejected out. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
अगर इसका एनर्जी सफिशिएंट नहीं है तो इलेक्ट्रॉन थोड़ा दूर तक जाएगा, बट इफ इट इज स्टिल अंडर द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ न्यूक्लियस इट विल कम बैक. एग्रीड?
Yes.
ओके. सो अभी क्या है, आई एम imparting energy in the form of radiation, and this particular light में लाइट का जो भी पार्टिकल्स है और लाइट का जो भी वेव्स है, those are called as photons. Okay. Okay, photons are particles of light or the waves of light or the rays of light. They are called as photons. Whenever the photon is incident on the electron can be removed provided there is sufficient energy. This is the important point. If there is no sufficient energy, the electron may not be removed. Agreed? Okay.
Yes.
The electron that is coming out with the help of that particular energy, photon's energy, is called as photoelectron. This is called as photoelectron. Okay. अभी मैं क्या करने वाला हूँ, everyone? Give me 2 minutes. Yeah. What I'm going to do is, I'm taking the metal plate inside a small cell. This particular cell is attached to a battery. मतलब यहाँ पे नेगेटिव टर्मिनल है, यहाँ पे पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल है. The voltage of the battery is very less, unlike in the cathode ray experiment. Okay, so यहाँ पे ऐसा कुछ नहीं होगा, ऐसा इलेक्ट्रॉन्स यहाँ से यहाँ पे फ्लो कर लेंगे with the help of this particular battery. The voltage is very, very less. If I increase the voltage, what can happen? The electrons can be kicked out of this particular metal plate and they can move towards this and there can be current. ये कब हो सकता है? Whenever I'm increasing the voltage. मान लेते हैं यहाँ पे अभी जो voltage of the battery है, it is very, very less. In this case, if I want to generate current, what I need to do? I need to remove the electrons from this particular metal plate. If I'm able to remove the electrons, these electrons can travel towards this positive terminal. यहाँ पे आपको positive terminal है. This is negative terminal. If I'm able to remove the electrons from this metal plate, those electrons can travel towards this positive plate. Then the circuit can be completed. Now the circuit is incomplete. Why the circuit is incomplete? Because there is a space between. Okay. If I am removing the electrons can flow in this particular space. The circuit will be completed and there will be current. How to see if there is a current or not? With the help of an ammeter. यहाँ पे जो भी मैं mention किया है, this is called as ammeter. What is the purpose of ammeter? To detect if there is any current in the circuit or not. When can there be current? Whenever the electrons are removed from this metal plate and if they are traveling towards this positively charged plate, the circuit can be completed. If the circuit is complete, current always flows in closed circuits. So there will be generation of current If there is generation of current, there will be deflection in ammeter. Agreed?
Yes.
Okay. ठीक है. So उसके लिए मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? In order to remove electrons, what I'm doing is I'm incidenting radiation on this metal plate. Okay. Or I'm incidenting photons. If there is sufficient energy inside the photon, what will happen? The electron will be removed.
Yes, sir.
If the electrons are removed, they will be attracted towards the positive plate.
Yes.
Okay, whenever this happens, the circuit gets completed.
Yes.
If the circuit is completed, there will be deflection in galvanometer or ammeter. Okay. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
What is the purpose of this? To detect current. Okay. Okay. What is the direction of current? The direction of current is opposite to that of flow of electrons. This is the direction of current. Everyone. If you have any doubt, ask me. सबसे पहले, everyone. I am taking two metal plates inside a small cell. This particular cell is very, very small. Okay. So इन दोनों के बीच में जो gap है वो भी बहुत कम रहेगा. यहाँ पे बहुत बड़ा दिख रहा है. In general ये जो cells है, they will be in the range of millimeters. Okay. बहुत छोटा रहेगा. The distance between them is very, very less. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm incidenting light or I'm incidenting photons, which are sources of energy on this metal plate. Whenever the electron is absorbing that particular energy, the electron is coming out of the metal plate. It can come out of the metal plate provided there is sufficient energy in these photons. If you don't have sufficient energy, the electron may not come out. If the electron comes out, it is attracted towards the positive terminal, which is leading to the circuit completion. If there is circuit completion, there will be generation of current. That current generation can be identified with the help of deflection in the ammeter. Clear hai? Okay. So the current that is obtained, first of all, the electron that is ejected out with the help of photon. What is it called?
Photoelectron.
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 I'm
Yes.
calling this as photoelectron because this is emitted out with the help of photon. The current that got generated, because of the photoelectron, it is called as photocurrent. Or else, ये जो particular cell है, I'm able to generate electricity inside this particular cell with the help of photons, and the overall effect is called as photoelectric effect. With the help of photons or with the help of waves present in the light, I'm able to remove the electrons and I'm able to make those electrons flow in the circuit, which is leading to the generation of current. Hence, this overall effect is called as photoelectric effect. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Tell me the condition in order to observe photoelectric effect.
Less voltage battery.
लेस वोल्टेज बैटरी तो हम पहले से ही मान लिया है. कंडीशन टू ऑब्जर्व इलेक्ट्रॉन्स तो पहले से ही नहीं आ रहे. सो फोटोइलेक्ट्रिक इफेक्ट तो पहले से ही नहीं हो रहे. इन ऑर्डर टू ऑब्जर्व फोटोइलेक्ट्रिक इफेक्ट, व्हाट शुड बी द कंडीशन?
Electrons must provide adequate energy.
Electron must receive adequate energy.
Yes.
Sufficient energy. So if there is sufficient energy in the photons, then only electrons can be removed. Okay, agreed? Okay. और एक important point है, मतलब आप लोग ये term देखेंगे in the textbook. This particular photons which you are incidenting, the radiation which you are incidenting on the metal plate, it has a property which is called as monochromatic. Monochromatic light. What is meant by monochromatic light? Mono matlab single. Chroma matlab, what is meant by chrome?
Color.
Color.
Okay, color. Absolutely right. Monochromatic मतलब क्या हो जाएगा? Single color light. Single color light का मतलब क्या है? Single wavelength. You are incidenting radiation upon this, which is having only one wavelength. Or unique lambda. Okay. You should not emit incident radiation having different wavelengths inside it. क्योंकि उससे हमको ये पता नहीं चलेगा किस wavelength की वजह से ये इलेक्ट्रॉन बाहर आया है. If you are incidenting more than one type of wavelength, we may not be sure because of which particular wavelength, because of absorption of which particular wavelength the electron got emitted. Hence, we are using monochromatic light. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Or an important point, everyone. Or an important point. The point is, inside this particular chamber, we will be having vacuum. Unlike in cathode ray experiment. Cathode ray experiment में we have taken gas. याद है?
Yes, sir.
Why are we taking it as vacuum? We are taking it as vacuum because we need to ensure that the electrons are coming out from the metal. If you are having any gas, or gas के अंदर भी और radiation गिर के, the electrons can be removed from the gas as well. Okay, in that case, the generation of the flow of electricity is because of the gas atoms. Okay, it may not be due to the metal plate. I am trying to see if the electrons are coming out of the metal or not. Hence, I am ensuring inside this particular region, there is vacuum. Is this clear? Everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
sir. Okay. Everyone, once again, I'm explaining this. This is the most important experiment because of explanation of the results of this experiment. Einstein received Nobel Prize. Okay. So, both important experiment hai. Let us try to understand this again. First of all, let us try to understand what is meant by photoelectric effect. Everyone, concentrate. If you are having a metal plate, a metal is a source of electrons, or it is having free electrons or loosely bound electrons. What is meant by loosely bound electrons? Their attraction with the nucleus is less. Loosely bound. So, उनको बाहर निकालना आसान है. I am trying to remove those electrons by supplying energy. How am I supplying energy? With the help of waves of light. The waves of light are called as photons. It is a source of energy. Light is a source of energy. Okay. The waves of the light or the particles of the light are called as photons. Whenever those photons fall on the electron, if the electron is absorbing that particular energy, if there is sufficient energy, the electron will be kicked out. If the electron is kicked out, if I am taking that particular metal setup inside a small cell, the kicked out electron will be attracted towards the positive terminal, which is resulting in formation of the circuit, or which is resulting in the formation of a closed loop. We know that current always flows in the closed loop. Because of the formation of a closed loop, there is generation of current. That generation of the current can be identified with the help of deflection in the ammeter. So, जब भी इस radiation में आपको sufficient energy रहेगा, then there will be deflection of ammeter. If there is no sufficient energy, there won't be any deflection. Agreed? The current that got generated because of the photons, it is called as photocurrent. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay. अभी आ गया है time. Let us try to study this experiment. Okay. What I'm doing is, yeah, tell me.
For photons, light मतलब white light consider करना है या फिर?
अभी मैंने यहाँ पे क्या कहा? I am using monochromatic light. White light मतलब it is combination of all different colors. Either use red color or blue color or violet color, unique wavelength. Okay, you will be knowing that wavelength. Or else do the experiment by incidenting different wavelengths. देखो किस wavelength की वजह से ammeter में deflection आ रहा है. Okay?
Sir.
Okay. So, एक minute. हाँ, tell me. पहले बता दो.
Sir, monochromatic light क्यों लिया?
Because I want to know because of which wavelength the electron is getting emitted. different wavelengths को इसके ऊपर डाल दिया, मुझे नहीं पता होगा ना किस wavelength की वजह से इलेक्ट्रॉन बाहर आया. Yeah, next.
Sir, how will the wavelength be a determining factor in which, मतलब wavelength कैसे, wavelength का क्या importance है मतलब exactly?
अभी हम देखा है क्या, पूरा पढ़ लिया experiment?
Okay, हाँ.
अभी हो रहे, अभी वही उसी point में आ रहा हूँ. Everyone? Everyone.
What is the use of this photo?
What is the use of this? We are trying to disprove Maxwell. अभी वो पढ़ने वाले हैं. देखो, क्या give me 10 minutes, आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. इस particular light source का I am having two knobs, two controls है मेरे पास. One knob is to control the intensity of the radiation, and the other knob is to control the wavelength or frequency. Everyone, what I am doing is, ये जो particular monochromatic light source है, I am having two different knobs. One is to change the wavelength, and the other is to change the intensity. Okay? Okay. देखो, in the experiment, I am changing the intensity, I am changing the frequency, I am trying to observe current. This experiment is performed by Einstein. So current according to Einstein, or current according to the experiment. Okay. I will also predict the current according to Maxwell's theory. I'm trying to predict the current according to Maxwell, and I'm trying to see the observations, okay, in the experiment. Everyone, what is Maxwell's statement? If something is losing energy, only the intensity is changed. इसका मतलब क्या है? Can I say according to Maxwell, energy is function of intensity? Energy is function of intensity. Can I say this?
Yes,
Maxwell
sir.
के हिसाब से, whenever I'm increasing the temperature, it has to release radiation of more and more intensity. And if it is releasing radiation of energy, बढ़ना चाहिए ना? Energy has to be proportional to intensity according to Maxwell. More is the intensity, more has to be the energy, less is the intensity, less has to be the energy. Is this clear? According to Maxwell, energy has to be, whenever something loses energy, only the intensity is changed. इसका मतलब क्या है? Energy has to be function of intensity. More is the energy, more has to be the intensity, less is the energy, less has to be the intensity according to Maxwell. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, energy has nothing to do with wavelength or frequency. ये Maxwell के हिसाब से. Let us try to understand that. अभी हम करने क्या वाले हैं? In the start of the experiment, let us keep the energy very high. Let us keep the intensity. Let us keep the intensity very high. ये जो particular knob है ना, उसको घुमा लो. Okay, I am keeping the intensity very high, but I am maintaining the frequency very low. Okay, low or high, this is with respect to some reference ना. यहाँ पे मैं जो frequency है, I am keeping the frequency lesser than some certain amount mu naught. एक particular value है, उससे कम रख रहा हूँ. Okay, and उस particular value पे I am rotating the intensity knob. Intensity बढ़ाते जाओ. According to Maxwell, if energy is only function of intensity, more is the intensity, more has to be the energy.
Yes.
If more is the energy, if that particular photon falls on the metal plate, an electron should be emitted out.
Yes.
If the electron is emitted out, there has to be current in the circuit. So Maxwell के हिसाब से क्या होना चाहिए? There has to be current. Okay. In the experiment, Einstein never got any current. Very, very important observation. Everyone understand this. In the experiment, Einstein never got any current, no matter how high the intensity is. आप लोग intensity कितना भी बढ़ाओ. Intensity मतलब क्या है? Amplitude. If you are varying the amplitude of the wave, you can increase the intensity. Intensity is proportional to amplitude square, right? Okay. आप लोग intensity को कितना भी बढ़ाओ, if the frequency of the radiation is lesser than some certain amount, no matter how high the intensity, there is never current. बट मैक्सवेल के हिसाब से more is the intensity, energy should be function of intensity. More is the intensity, more has to be energy. If more is the energy, electron should be removed ना, but electron कभी भी बाहर नहीं आ रहे.
Yes sir.
अब कितना भी रेडिएशन उसके ऊपर डालो और लाइट सोर्स को दिन भर ऑन ही रखो, उसके ऊपर डालते रहो, कभी भी इलेक्ट्रॉन बाहर नहीं आया समझ में? ओके क्योंकि जितना ज्यादा लाइट उसके ऊपर गिर रहा है एनर्जी इन्हें भी बढ़ रहा है ना, एनर्जी उसका बढ़ता जाना चाहिए, बट कभी भी नहीं आया. क्लियर? दूसरा एक्सपेरिमेंट. द नेक्स्ट एक्सपेरिमेंट इज कीप द इंटेंसिटी लो. ओके कीप द फ्रीक्वेंसी higher than a certain amount, nu greater than nu naught. Okay, एक particular value से ज्यादा रखना. If the frequency is greater than certain amount in the experiment, no matter how low the intensity, कितना भी कम रखो कितना भी ज्यादा रखो, there is always current. हमेशा आइंस्टीन को करंट दिखा. But if the intensity is low, Maxwell क्या predict करेगा? The energy is less. So there should never be current. According to Maxwell, this should be the observation. But actual experiment में क्या हो रहा है? If the frequency is kept higher than a particular value, intensity आप कितना भी कम रखो आप लोग. Intensity can be also seen as number of waves. Okay, आपको अभी बता रहा हूँ. Intensity can also be visualized as number of waves. जितना ज्यादा waves रहेगा उतना ज्यादा intensity है. Okay, so आप लोग no matter how less the number of waves you are incidenting on that particular metal plate, there is always some current. Everyone, there is always current. And इसी particular experiment में, in this experiment, the other observations are, if intensity increase, current is also increasing. Current तो पक्का आ रहा है, intensity के ऊपर current कैसे depend हो रहा है? If I'm increasing the intensity, the magnitude of the current is increasing. ये जो ammeter में जो deflection है वो ज्यादा आ रहा है या कम आ रहा है? मतलब क्या है? अगर intensity को कम रखा और deflection जो है कम हो रहा है, but there is always deflection no matter how high the intensity or low the intensity. The amount of deflection is depending upon intensity. The amount of deflection, it may not depend upon the frequency. Okay. It is depending upon intensity. समझ में आया? Everyone. वो current आ रहे या नहीं आ रहे? That is depending upon one factor which is frequency. It is not depending upon intensity. I hope this is clear. If the frequency is greater than certain amount, no matter how high or low the intensity, there is always current in the experiment. Experiment में conduct करके देख रहा हूँ. Because Maxwell ने intensity के ऊपर कुछ statements दिया है, so I am trying to change that intensity and frequency, and I am trying to analyze the results. So यहाँ पे clearly Maxwell गलत आ रहा है ना, because this is a experimental observation. Okay, और एक intensity को ज्यादा रखो, आप लोग intensity को ज्यादा रखो, frequency को भी ज्यादा रखो, obviously दोनों ज्यादा है तो energy तो ज्यादा होगा ही है ना. So he will also predict there has to be current. उसको भी current आएगा, उसमें कुछ कोई बात नहीं है, बड़ी बात नहीं है. दोनों को कम रखो, इसमें नहीं आएगा, ये भी वही predict करेगा, नहीं आएगा.
Yes.
ये तो obvious है, ये तो मैं भी बोल दूंगा, दोनों ज्यादा है तो ज्यादा आएगा, आना चाहिए, नहीं आ रहा तो नहीं आना चाहिए. But these two things, from the observation of these two results, what can I conclude? The incidence of current, मतलब current system में आ रहा है कि नहीं, it is entirely depending on frequency but not intensity. Frequency एक particular amount से कम है तो कभी भी current नहीं आ रहा है, no matter how high the intensity is. एक particular amount से ज्यादा है तो there is always current no matter how low the intensity is. Okay, so the dominating factor or the final factor on which the current is depending is frequency but not intensity. Okay, intensity के ऊपर कैसे depend हो रहे हैं? The magnitude of current, मतलब whenever there is current आपको shock ज्यादा लग रहे हैं कम लग रहे हैं, it is depending upon intensity. If the intensity is more, the magnitude of current is more. If the intensity is less, the magnitude of current is less. Clear है?
सर
Yes,
एक
sir.
से एक्सप्लेन करेंगे?
Yeah, tell me. Ask me your doubts.
सर वो इंटेंसिटी और वो मैग्नीट्यूड का फिर से समझाइए.
हाँ सर.
Okay. Okay. Everyone, फिर से देखना. यहाँ पे लिख रहा हूँ. Current in the circuit or generation of current. Generation of current in the cell is depending on frequency but not intensity. ये वाला स्टेटमेंट क्लियर है आपको?
हाँ सर.
फ्रीक्वेंसी को कम रखा, कभी भी करंट नहीं आ पाया, कितना भी आप इंटेंसिटी लगाओ नहीं आया ना, so it is not depending upon intensity. फ्रीक्वेंसी को एक पर्टिकुलर अमाउंट से ज्यादा रख दिया, there is always current. इसका मतलब क्या है? Frequency is the dominating factor but not intensity. Okay, is this clear? उसके बाद other statement. If there is generation of current, if there is generation of current, the magnitude, मतलब करंट का मैग्नीट्यूड 2 एम्पियर से या 3 एम्पियर से या 5 एम्पियर से, the magnitude of current is depending on intensity. Okay, इसी में मैं ये लिख सकता हूँ, more the intensity, greater is the current. क्लियर है?
यस सर.
करंट आया या नहीं आया सिस्टम के अंदर, it is depending upon only frequency but not intensity. We need to understand this. We will be understanding. आइंस्टीन ने, अभी हमको ये तो समझ में आ गया, ये एक्सपेरिमेंट कंडक्ट करते समय I have disproved Maxwell, but we need to explain these results. Why is this happening? Why the current is generated whenever the frequency is higher than a greater amount or higher than a specific amount, and why I am unable to generate current if I am having frequency lesser than a specific amount. We need to see what is the relation between energy and frequency. Is this clear?
Sir.
We will be understanding this. We will be understanding this with the help of Planck's quantum theory. आइंस्टीन ने और एक थ्योरी का हेल्प लेके इस पर्टिकुलर रिजल्ट्स को एक्सप्लेन किया. बिफोर फॉर एक्सप्लेनिंग दीज रिजल्ट्स आइंस्टीन रिसीव्ड नोबेल प्राइज. ओके, so we will explain these results with the help of another theory. The theory is Planck's quantum theory. ये दोनों theories को combine करके हमने finally मैक्सवेल को disprove भी किया, as well as इनको explain भी कर पाएंगे, बाद में करेंगे वो. We don't have sufficient time. We will be seeing the results. We will be explaining these results in the next lecture. Yeah, tell me.